about cleaning garlic. We harvested our garlic 2 or 3 weeks ago, and since then we've had it laid flat on drying racks, which are made of hog metal or like hog mesh, cut into, you know, whatever size works for you, but ours are 8x4, so we can lay our drying racks on 2x4s or cinder blocks, and then pile the garlic on, then lay some more 2x4s or cinder blocks, and then put another drying rack. So I basically make like a real big stack of drying racks of garlic. Once the garlic is dried, it looks like this. If you've ever seen garlic growing in the field, it looks like an onion because it's an allium, same plant family, but like most of this is in the ground. It just sticks up and it's a straight green stalk that has leaves, and you can see the remnants of the leaves here. As garlic cures, both in the field and on the drying racks, each of these leaves become part of the paper that protects it. So when you buy a piece of garlic in the store and it looks like this, each of these papers was once a leaf. So to clean our garlic, like once we pull it out of the ground, we do very minimal cleaning over in the field because we want to keep that paper intact. But now it's all the way dry, so I'll start with cutting off my roots using snips or bypass pruners, and then I'm just gonna kind of like squeeze it off. If it was really like muddy, then maybe I would have done a little bit of cleaning before I started, or before I put it on the drying racks, but ours was not muddy because we were having a really dry summer. And after I get any of the papers that are dirty off, I'm left with either a bunch of intact papers and like a very beautiful, this one's kind of small but really cute, garlic clove, very similar to what you see in the store. And from here, I'll inspect it. Is it broken? Does it have any squishing? You know, we grow garlic for 180 days or something in the field. We plant it in November and harvest it in October or November and harvest it in July. So that's a lot of time for lots of different things to happen. So if I'm going to give out this garlic to a CSA, I want to do a little quality control and a little cleaning. A step that you missed is how we save seed for garlic. Most of the garlics you'll see in here are around the same size. I got a big one right here. But prior to storing and curing, we sort our garlic. And so I sort by into CSA garlic and seed garlic. And seed garlic is generally just the biggest cloves, or the biggest heads. Within the biggest heads are likely the biggest cloves. But we did also talk to a garlic guy last year, and he said that it's best to plant based on the like head size of the garlic, not the clove size. So if you get like a bunch of little cloves in here, they're still gonna have the genetics of the big cloves. They just didn't get a chance to grow because they were on the inside or whatever. So something like a big one I'll put aside and save for seed garlic, and then I won't clean it. I'll leave the stalk on so that it lasts even longer, because you want your seed garlic to be really good quality when you put it in as well. If it's damaged, if the paper's damaged, or if it has any rot on it, then it'll immediately rot in the ground instead of sprouting. But you've seen a garlic seed before, because that's what we eat. Each of these little cloves is a seed, and we'll put that in the ground by hand in October. And like I said, 180 days later, you get garlic. So on this one now, I'm just gonna cut it, and then it's a good garlic, so I'll put it in the bin. At this point, since I've already sorted out my seed and I'm now just sorting out CSA garlic, the thing I'm really looking for is what we call B garlic. And that is garlic that is not going to store well and is not going to last as long, or that if you were a paying customer, you wouldn't want to receive as your garlic. So this is a good example. Like, this is totally edible garlic. If I pick this out of the ground and take all the paper off of it, I can eat this. But because it's splitting, it cosmetically doesn't look great. There's like a little hole right there because the outer papers got damaged or taken away, and so that allows like insects and pests to have more access to it. So these are some of the things we're looking for when separating out bee garlic. This one just got like one spot got maybe it got forked when we were forking in the ground to kind of pull up the garlic. So I'll sort those out, and at my farm I can sell bee garlic at a lower cost because we have a lot of customers who are really interested in making garlic powder out of it, or pickled garlic, or something that they'll do with it right now. Whereas a lot of times when we harvest this much garlic, we want to store it throughout the CSA season or even into the winter so that we can get the most bounty out of it for each CSA share. So now I'm just going to go through and clean all the garlic. And to make it efficient, my favorite way is to actually just leave it right in there and snip, snip, snip. And then I'm mostly holding on to my stalks so I can just put those aside, and all of my garlic is falling right back into the bin so I don't have to handle it so much. We don't have a lot of time on the farm, so I'm just always looking for ways to make things easier for me and my crew.